You have clicked on Centers Part 1. This is the first step in solving the 4x4x6 cube. Now let's take a look at what happened after we scrambled it. We can see that these two layers moved together now, and so did these two layers over here. And the reason for that is because after we've got into the shapeshifted form, all of these extended pieces are now bandaged to this layer here. All around the cube it's like that. So basically, essentially, it's turned into a 4x4 cube. And we're going to solve it exactly like a 4x4 cube, but we have to change our perspective just a little bit. The reason for that is because we're going to be defining some things by these extended pieces, and we'll go into that in a second. So as you know, there's 4x4x6 layers. And I know that these cubes come in different color schemes, so you might have a different color scheme than mine. I just happen to have, if the cube was standing tall, white and yellow on the bottom and top faces, which means that the other four colors were on the larger faces. So I know that these four pieces right here are my center pieces, this white, red, orange, and blue. And I can see that the white one is extended, which is why I said that the white and the yellow were on the bottom. So we're going to solve these centers exactly like a 4x4. And if you already know how to do that, then it will be pretty easy for you, except we just have to skew our perspective a little bit. So let's start with white. I can see here that this white is in the bottom left of these pieces and this one is in the top right. So we can match these up pretty easily. Now let's look around the cube and see if we can match up the other two white pieces. Well, here's one here and here's one here. So we can match them up, and now we can put them in line with this by turning that over and putting in a line. So now we've got one of our centers. So I know that the other side is going to be yellow. So let's find yellow. Here's a yellow and here's a yellow. We can match those up very easily. Put them there, turn it around, and bring it back. I do expect that you know how to solve a 4x4 already, at least I'm hoping so. Otherwise this tutorial would take a very, very long time. So here are the other two already matched up. So let's put them with these two. So we put them in the same layer. We kick this top one out, bringing this white up, turn it around, and now we can bring the white back down, which aligns our yellow. So let's go for blue this time. And keep in mind, you might have a different color scheme, so you might be doing different colors. So here's two blues already matched up. Let's find the other two. Here's one here in the top right of the four center pieces, and here's one in the bottom right. So let's turn this one to the top left so we can now match it up. And I know that this one is in this layer, the left side of the center, and this one is going to be in the right. Now we can match them up again. And I know that if white is on the bottom and blue is in front of me, that red is on the right. So let's put red on the right. Here's one piece already here. We can match this piece up with it, turn it sideways so we can get our blues back. And now let's get the other red. Here they are, already matched up for us. That's good. So let's bring the location where it needs to be up next to it. So here, let's put this in that location. And now let's put that back. Now we can see that our blue and our red. And I know that green is opposite blue, so we'll put green here. And it just happens to be matched up, and so are these ones. That's pretty easy. So let's turn this sideways into the same layer, put the location where the green needs to be beside the green, put the green in that location, and bring it back. Now you can see that we've got all of our centers, and two of them are extended because this is going to be the tall side of the cube. Let's go through that one more time real quick just to make sure that you've got it. Okay, so here we have another scramble. Now I just really want to keep in mind that your extended pieces might not be yellow and white. They might be blue and green or red and orange. Either way, you can still follow along by finishing the white side first and then the yellow if that's the way you want to go. So let's finish this. So I can see here that this white piece is in the top left and this one's in the top left. So let's put one of them in the top right, and now we can match them up. Now let's match up the other two white pieces. Here's one in the bottom left, and here's another one in the bottom left. So let's put one in the bottom right, and now we can match them up. And we can match them up with their other pair. And I know that yellow goes opposite of white. And here's two pieces here already. And this is pretty easy because one's in the bottom left and one's in the bottom right. So the one on the left side, let's bring it up, put it at the bottom, and bring it down. Now they're matched up. And they're opposite of white, so that's already very good. Now let's find the other two yellow pieces. Here's one here, and that's in the top right of the center. And here's one in the bottom left. So let's put this one on the top left so they can be matched up. Now, again, we're going to match these up, and we're going to put them in the same layer. And when we bring this one up, we're kicking that one out, which disturbs our white. So we got to move this out of the way to put our white back, which brings our yellow back. Now let's find the blues. Here's a blue in the top left. Here's a blue, or here's two blues actually. So this one's already done. So let's find the other one for this. So this is in the top left. Here's one in the top left, put one in the top right. Now we can match them up. And I know that the other two are on the right side. Yep, as you can see. So let's put these on the left and put these in. Now I know that because white's on the bottom and blue's in front, that red is on the right. So here are two that are already matched up that need to belong here. So let's put them in this position, turn them around, and bring them back. Now we need to match this one up. And this is in the top right of the square, and this one's in the bottom right. So let's put this in the top left. Now we can match it up and bring it down, and it belongs here. So I need to get it into the same layer as this. I need to bring the location where it belongs up beside it. I need to replace this with the piece that we're bringing down, and now we can bring it down. And green is opposite of blue, and it just happens that three of them are here, and this one is in the bottom right, so we need this one to be in the bottom left. So we can just bring it up and match it, and then we can align it just like that. Okay, so now let's go on with edge pairing, and that's a little bit more trickier on this one. So go ahead and click Edges Part 1.